Hi, welcome to my journey. Been a while, huh? Yeah, I've been laid up. Couldn't breathe. Thought I was dying. Um, I'm sure the last video, if you watched my last video, I talked about how, I had to go get this inhalator because I thought my asthma had kicked up. So, anyway, I came back and I bought the bigger dose of, and I asked the pharmacist, is this a precursor, COPD? And he said, well, if you don't get healed, then yes, it is a precursor to COPD. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. So they did a price check. I got it for the $81.50 and $81.51. Yes. So that was a big chunk, and I told him, I said, this is really expensive. And the pharmacist told me, he says, well, because you're getting it at our price, typically it costs $300. I was $300 and above, and I was like, oh shit, right? I said, looks like I'm headed to die by asphyxiation, right? And so anyway, I got some dog food, right? My last bag of dog food, it was on a rollback. Get down! Get your ass down! Ah, this puppy, look at her. What is her problem? God. So anyway, I do need to go get some more puppy pads. She's like that child that finally learns how to climb up on things. And she gets up there and, it's like, oh my God, what am I doing up here? I mean, it's one thing to get somewhere and not like where you're at. Then you get back down. But she'll get up there and not like where she's at and not get back down. Okay, So I was hoping that I was going to get by with just the inhalator by itself. You know, I had several attacks, thought I was going to die, and then I started piling up on, mucus, flu, cough, and sinus medication that I got from the dollar store. I know you remember that I was stocking up on medicine. So anyway, I'm just about out of that medicine. Now, I can't do any exercises because when I exercise, I go into a coughing fit. I can't breathe, and feel like I'm gonna die. So once I get over this problem, or if I get to a point where I can manage this problem, then I'm definitely gonna have to take it slow and do like a therapy to get back in some kind of exercise routine. But it's really serious. So I mean, I don't know anything about COPD except the commercials that I've seen, where people were walking around with an oxygen tank on the commercials, okay? That was it. So and so that's another thing that it caused me to really reflect, right? My grandmother died when my mom was, I think she said 6 or 12 or something like that. And, they said she died of pneumonia, right? And, of course, my mind is, how did she catch pneumonia, right? And these weird people started talking about she caught the pneumonia by drinking. I'm like, she caught pneumonia by drinking? Right? Because typically, and I'm like, how did that happen? Because, of course, back in those days, they used to use alcohol as a cure-all for everything. Right? If you're cold, drink some alcohol, it will warm your innards up. And so I'm like, well, maybe that could be it, right? But my mind was saying, I don't think so. I only seen one picture of her, of my grandma, that we never got a chance to meet. And a lot of people say I look like her. And I was looking at the picture and I was like, do I look like her? So anyway, I don't think she died because she was an alcoholic. She could have been, but they truly have always discouraged Indians from drinking hard liquor. I mean, that's not to say that they were successful at it, and you know, a lot of us need to realize that, you know, drinking is a different reaction than, you know, what, you know, people who have a high tolerance, because people have been drinking for centuries. You know, as a part of their regular meal plan. So it was really hard to get up and get out today. It was really hard. My pecans, they're dropping all over the place. I picked up another couple of handfuls that I'll take into the house. I don't know. If you're gonna get up there, you know, I'm thinking I'm gonna need to put you in a seat belt. So they had this Pet of the Month contest going on at Sam's Pharmacy. I entered in Snoopy and Gracie. Yes, I did. Okay, could you go in here and get some more pads? Maybe a chew or two?